Mr. Speaker, I want to use my time to speak to the voters. As the previous gentleman said, this ultimately goes out to the voters, so I want them to understand what's in the bill and how this impacts them. First, let's be clear, this doesn't eliminate taxes. This redistributes taxes. This redistributes how we pay, who pays, how often they pay. And it maybe intentionally, unintentionally, shifts it to those who can least afford it. This proposal, as it's currently written, will give broad authority to future legislative bodies, many of us in this room who will not be here at the time, to determine what that plan looks like. And you, the voter, are going to have to go in and ask yourself, do I trust these politicians to look after my best interest? Do I trust politicians to look after my best interest? That's going to be interesting. What this will mean for your pocketbooks is you will pay more and more often when you buy everyday goods and services. More and more often. The shift to sales tax can be dramatic. It's estimated that for every $1 billion that we lose in general revenue, that sales tax percentage will have to go up 1%. So if you're thinking about an $8.5 billion loss in general revenue, that means an 8.5% increase in your sales taxes. Now, I understand that when you expand it to services, you can reduce that. I get that math. Not arguing with that math, but you then have more items that you are paying sales tax before. And let's be real, there is no opting out on buying everyday goods and services. You have to feed your family. You have to have a place to live. You have to be able to buy your medicine. Those are non-negotiables. And if they're taxed, that's going to shift the burden to you. And this is really tricky right now when prices are at their highest. So who really pays the price? When you shift to sales taxes, it is your families that are living paycheck to paycheck, barely making ends meet. Because when they see the receipt go up at the grocery store, the receipt going up on their rent, that hurts their bottom line. And our seniors, it will hurt our seniors. We did a lot of good work in this body since I've been here. 2023, we helped give tax relief to our seniors by not taxing Social Security. That was great. That was a good move. These individuals are on fixed incomes, and now we're going to wipe it out. In my county, Greene County, about 19% of our population is on Social Security, Mosers, or PSRS. That doesn't include those who are on loggers or impers. Those individuals are going to see tax increases. I would encourage you to look to see what it's going to impact, how it's going to impact your constituents in your counties. Let me be clear, this is not tax relief, it's tax redistribution. Voters, before you cast your vote on this ballot measure, make sure you understand what the measure will do before you vote. Take a moment to run the numbers in your household. Look at your pay stub. What are you paying in sales tax income today? Look at your budget. What is it going to mean to keep your household going if you're paying an additional 8% in state sales tax? Then ask yourself, will this lower my costs or just change when and where I pay? Will I feel this every time I go to check out at the store? Can I afford to pay 11.5% state sales tax on nearly everything I need to keep my household running? If you are living paycheck to paycheck, this is not tax relief. This is a bill that you'll pay for every single day. And I heard the argument that Missouri is treading water. We're barely keeping pace, or maybe not keeping pace. I would ask the body, who has been leading this state for the past 20 years that has led to this treading of water? Mr. Speaker, I yield my time.